Tamara Stark from the Bethel Park Community Center. I'm the Tai Chi instructor. I'm going to show you actually 3 postures today, all in sequence. Some of you may know them, some of you may not. We're going to do brush knee, raise hands, and second brush knee. So to get started, you're going to face to the side. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. You're going to put more of your weight on your left side. You're going to turn your right foot to open your hips, but you're going to turn it completely to the side. So instead of turning just to the 45, it's turned totally to the side. So what you want to try not to do is turn your hips. So you want to see if you can have your hips facing straight. Open your hips here. Then with your foot facing to the side, your hips, nose, navel facing straight, you're going to shift your weight and slide your left foot next to your right. So then from here, all your weight is on your right leg, no weight on your left leg. As much as you can turn your hips to keep them facing straight. Your hips are going to want to turn to the 45. It feels better. If you can sit a little lower, you'll have more room to turn your hips. Then you're going to bring your foot out on a toe, but with no weight. So everything's facing this direction. Your hips, your nose, your navel. All your weight on your right leg, no weight on your left foot. So with your hands, you want your right arm at 45 degrees. So not to raise your shoulder here, not to let your elbow come out here, but you want to, how far can you raise your arm without raising your shoulder? So your right hand's at 45. Your left hand from your shoulder to your elbow is a straight line. From your elbow to the tip of your middle finger is also a straight line. So your left hand's at 45, in line with your left leg. Your right hand, if you can get it ear high, that would be great. So also your right foot is in a line here with your left foot. So you don't want your left foot here. So if you went to step back, you would trip yourself. So Tai Chi is a martial art. So you want to be able to move and stay balanced. So not to have your foot here because you're too wide here, but on the toe. So this is white crane spreads his wings. So from white crane spreads his wings, your hips, nose, navel facing straight. You're going to keep all your weight on your right leg. This is just a turn. So you're just going to turn, right hand comes down, left hand comes over. So right here, as if you're holding a ball on your left side. So you haven't shifted your weight yet. So then from here, you're going to step with your left foot, shoulder width wide. So instead of it being in line, it's going to be shoulder width wide. At the same time, your right hand's going to come out parallel to the floor, and your left hand is going to turn. So if you were holding a ball, you're going to turn your left hand palm in, so you're protecting yourself. So to relax, sink your weight, turn, step over. Now you're going to shift your weight, drop your right elbow. That brings your left hand to your knee. So when your left hand is at your knee, you're 70% on your left leg. So then you can raise your toe of your right foot without moving. So you're rooted, balanced. And when you turn, you're going to turn on the heel. That brushes your knee. Your back foot stops at 45, and your right hand comes forward slightly, so that your left hand is back where it started. So let me show that to you again. So first you're just going to turn. Root yourself. Take a step over. So my left hand turned, palm in, protecting myself. My right arm parallel to the ground. Shift your weight, drop your elbow, turn your right hand. So now my right hand, my hips are facing the diagonal. My right hand is turned over as if I'm swimming through water. So when you turn, raise your toe. When you turn, your right hand is going to come up slightly, and your left hand is going to brush your knee and drop back. So now you're 70-30, your nose navel lined up, you're facing the outside, and you're 70-30. So that's first brush knee. So I just finished first brush knee. So from first brush knee, we're going into the next posture. So from white crane spreads his wings to turn, to step over, shift your weight, turn. So that's first brush knee. So from here, you're going to shift your weight forward. But you see, as I'm shifting my weight forward, I'm also tucking my sacrum in. If I shift my weight forward, I'm going to lean forward. So I'm going to be straight up and down and come forward with all of my weight on my left leg so I can raise my right foot and put it right back down on the toe. Shift your weight. See how I'm rolling my foot down. As I'm shifting, my right hand comes down, my left hand comes up. I'm going to take a step over and my hands come together. So my right hand is facing toward the wrist of my left hand. So now all my weight's on my right foot. My right foot's facing the 45. So then I'm going to turn and hold a ball. So I didn't shift my weight. I'm just turning. So from here to here. Then again, take a step over, shoulder width wide. Shift your weight. Your knee goes to your toe. And turn to second brush knee. So what you don't want to do in any of the postures is when you're getting into a 70-30 posture, and when you're taking the steps here, don't let this knee come in. If you let your knee come in, you're actually twisting your knee. You're going to feel the weight on the inside of your right foot. So you're always rooted, you're always balanced, but you're not here, but you're here. So let me show you again. So all your weight on your right leg, no weight on my left foot. So I'm rooted, I'm balanced, straight up and down. My hips facing straight. So I'm going to turn. My right hand comes down, my left hand comes over, as if I'm holding a ball. When you take a step, what you don't want to do is this, because you've lost your root. So it's a lot of weight, 100% on your right leg, balancing on your right leg, relax and sink. Take that step over. Shift your weight. And so when you shift your weight, see how I'm not moving my arm. I'm letting my arm just be loose. So my loose arm brings my hand to my knee. So from here, here. So your hips move your hands. Never to move your hands without your hips. So my elbow has dropped down. So I'm not pushing up with my shoulder. I'm turning with my hips. And that brings my hand to 45. So your left hand's at 45, not here, not here. So move with your hips. Your hips move your hands. Then as you come forward, you're going to be 100% on your left leg. You don't want the weight to go to your toes. So you want your weight in the center of your left foot. So if you're here, you see how my weight is on the front of my left foot. So to balance yourself here. And just your toe touches back where it was. Roll your foot, shift your weight. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up, and then over. So now I'm on the heel, but with no weight. So I'm just going to turn. So keep your nose navel lined up. So not to turn your head. Second brushing. So if you turn your head, it actually gets you off balance quite a bit. So if I'm not lined up, my nose and my navel aren't lined up, I'm not balanced. So to keep your nose and navel lined up the whole while. So try not to anticipate taking a step or turning and moving your head. So if I had somebody here I could push or show them, demonstrate with another person, I could explain it better. Or if you come to class, I can explain it better. But always to keep your nose and navel lined up. So let's do it one more time. So to face straight, turn your left foot. So remember, you're opening your hips. So instead of doing it quickly, do it slow so you can feel these muscles. So you want to turn slowly. So not to tighten and come up when you turn your foot, but see if you can just turn your foot. Now shift your weight. Slide your left foot next to your right. Bring it out on the toe. So everything's facing the outside. Not here, but here. So you have a crease like you're sitting in a chair, but all my weight is on my right leg. So from white crane spreads his wings. Your right hand approximately ear high. Left hand's at 45. So to turn, right hand comes down, left hand comes over, as if you're holding a ball. So root and sink your weight. Take a step. Shift your weight. So see how my right hand comes down, my elbow drops, and my hand turns over. Now I'm 70%, my knees to my toe. I can turn on the heel and brush my knee. Then 100% to my left leg. Raise your right foot. Put it back down on the toe. Shift your weight. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Take a step over on the heel with no weight. So right now, my right foot's facing the 45. So you're going to turn, hold a ball. Take a step. Shift your weight. Turn. Just second brushing. Let me just do it and not say anything. So try to, hard to not say anything. So instead of feeling like you're moving across the floor, when you practice Tai Chi, you're constantly rooting yourself. You're moving the energy around. So let me do it again and I'll kind of explain how that works. So when you're rooted 100% in one leg, you want your weight to even go past the floor into the ground. So my weight's going to be on my right leg, 100% facing this direction. So I'm rooted. I turn here. So with your mind, you're constantly moving up and down with your weight, but not coming up and down. So I'm rooted. I'm going to turn. I'm taking a step, shifting my weight. So instead of just shifting across the floor, you're actually pushing here to make the weight go here. So you're moving your chi to here without coming up and down. So you're using the energy. So I'm rooting, sinking into the floor, pushing with my right foot, which makes me move. Turn. Now I'm rooting into my left foot, into the floor. Now I'm pushing from my left foot all my weight in my right foot, rooting myself, pushing up so I can turn. So the more you practice that way, the pushing from the floor moves you. So you're not moving yourself. The energy is moving you. That makes sense. Well, I hope you enjoyed the postures today, and hopefully be safe and breathe through your nose. Okay, thank you.